guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing our first semester review. So if that sounds interesting to you, or if you're wondering how we're already done our first semester, stay tuned. All right, like I said, today is our first semester review, discussion, conversation, whatever. I'm just gonna sit here and chat. I have my little Diet Coke with me, and we're just gonna chat about how the semester went. I've already done some videos talking about what we changed this semester than what I had originally planned or what we did last year. I will link those up in the cards and down in the box below. But today I really just wanted to talk about what we've learned and where we are in our preschool spectrum in the education and what she knows and doesn't know, still needs to know, that kind of stuff. And I'm also going to show you what we are changing next semester, which is not a ton. There's very little, because if you haven't caught the drift yet, I've been in a major homeschool rut. I've been in a major rut in general, so I don't think much is going to be changed. We're just gonna power through for the rest of the year, but let's just start chatting. So we finished our first semester right before Thanksgiving. If you're wondering how, why, etc., because that's really early, we started our school year in July. So our first semester was done, I think it was like 2 days before Thanksgiving. And then now we are on an extended break. We are taking pretty much like a month and 2 weeks, a month and a week off. We do not go back to school until January 3rd, I believe is the Monday after New Year's. And that's when she starts school again. So we're halfway through our year. It's been a struggle for the first half. It has definitely been a struggle bus year for us, for sure, so far. 3 is a really difficult age. I've already talked about that in other videos, so I'm not gonna really dwell on it. But it has been a difficult year so far. I'm hoping this next, sorry if you hear toddler over there being a toddler. But I'm hoping this next semester kind of calms down for us. We are working on condensing our school and also kind of slowing down our activities outside of the home, just because it feels like it just got to be too much, to be completely honest. And I am finally learning how to say no, I can't do that. That's where we're at. We're trying to just kind of slow our lives back down, which is obviously going to have to wait till after Christmas, because we are crazy until Christmas, but there's no school until then. So starting in January, my goal, hold me to this, you guys. My goal is to start our school day around 8:30. Between 8:30 and 9 a.m. It's my goal to be in here doing school and getting that work done. One thing I have found in our home is if we don't do it in the morning, it doesn't get done. So my goal is to do it first thing in the morning. First thing. That's another thing I need to ask y'all's advice on. But she is, generally I'm awake and ready to go by 8:30. So I think 8:39 is a good range to aim for. Something else that we are doing is we are adding in a short story 2 a week, I think is what we're going to do. I'm gonna get the book, I'll be right back. We're going to be adding in the children's book of virtues and just doing 1 or 2 stories a week. They're short stories. We did the first one the day before Thanksgiving because that was technically when our second semester started, but literally the whole story was this. This is the entire story. So I don't feel like doing 2 of those will be overwhelming. Something else that we are doing in January is we're getting rid of all these books that you see behind me. I've always had this routine where we get 4 books, 1 per week from the library to read. Instead, we are starting to transition to chapter books. I talked about that in my last video where I talked about kind of my mom burnout or homeschool burnout. It's just working better for us right now to do chapter books at night. So I got these for Christmas because there is no school. She is wanting to read. She's wanting to come in here and read. So we're doing it, but in January, we're probably just going to skip to themed chapter books. So far, what we've learned this year, Abeka Preschool in this 3rd 3-year-old age range, I almost said 3rd grade, she's not in 3rd grade. In the 3-year-old age range, she is really working on phonics, like beginner phonics, letter sounds and stuff like that. So we are through letter L, which if you have a tip on how to teach the letter L, like the sound like l, 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 I don't even know if I'm saying that right, teaching that to a child, like, drop it down below. So I feel like a lot of the letter L, and I know some of the other future letters are gonna have the same issue where it's very much your tongue placement. And short of like sticking her fingers in my mouth, I don't really know how to teach her my tongue placement. So if you've had issues where you're teaching like, or even like and shh and stuff like that, like, you know, the different combinations of sounds that involve tongue placement correctly, tell me how you taught that short of sticking your kid's hand in your mouth. I don't want to do that, but that's the only way I can think of to let her really see where my tongue is. But we are up to L. We will start M when we get back in January. I am adding in a review week that is not in Abeka. So because of the way I did it, there's not supposed to be a 1.5-month break here, but I put one there. So I'm going to put in a review week reviewing the letters that we've already learned and the numbers that we've already learned. So I'm going to add that in and then start into the M's. So she is up to L. She knows all the letter sounds. I do it in the car if you're looking for a way to work on letter sounds. I do it when my daughter is like seat belted into her car seat, can't escape me, and I just go, what does A say? What does B say? And I'll do them out of order so that she can't just memorize the order they go in, and see how many she'll get. We've struggled with G and J so far. Like she gets them reversed, which I can understand. So we are working on those a lot, and we're still working on the more current letters. She really has the original like A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Well, not G, but E, F. Like she has all of that down pretty good. Vowels are a little trickier. She doesn't get like ah and eh. Like to her that sounds the same, I guess. So we're working on drilling those too. We're working on the vowels, and we're working on J, G, and now we'll be hitting M up. Number wise, we have learned that my daughter loves math, like loves it. Every day we come in here, that's the one thing that she asks to do. She asks to do math. So that's always like the first worksheet I pull out for her, is if there is one. Math is only 2 days a week in this curriculum, but if there is a math worksheet, that's the first thing I pull out to let her do. She loves it. She loves doing the connect the dots. She loves learning the numbers. She really enjoys it. Yeah, apparently we're gonna have a little math buff here. And yeah, what else are we changing next semester? I think that's about it. That is going to be happening next semester. That was the review of last semester, just saying like where we are. And now I have been looking forward to next year. And some of you are gonna think I'm crazy because it is December and I'm already looking forward to 2022-2023 school year. But we start in July. So, and we plan on doing that again this year. If you are new to my channel and you missed why we do that, it's because we like taking this month off in December, where we live in North Florida. So the weather here is more comfortable in December than it is in like July and August. July and August, to me, it is just too hot. You can't go outside, or you don't want to. You're gonna be sticky and sweaty and nasty, and you wanna be in the air conditioning. So instead of taking the bulk of our break off in August when we can't really do anything, we take it in December. One, when there's a lot of public events and personal events, family events going on because of the holidays, it makes more sense to us to take it in the winter, just because, you know, we can work in doing things during the week with at the library or at the community center or at the church. So that's why we take December off instead of in the summer. It just works better for us. And it's less hectic. If I was honestly trying to do school this month, I don't think we'd get any of it done because we are running like chickens with our heads cut off. So we take our big break in December. But that's why we start in July. We had to make up that time somewhere else. So we go July to May with a break in December. So we have a 1-month break over the summer and we have a longer break in the winter. But what I was getting at with that, We are planning on doing the same schedule next year. So we're doing kindergarten next year. I have a whole video about that. I'll link it up above. We are starting her in kindergarten next year, and we'll be doing the same idea when we start in July. So I've been looking at curriculums, picking curriculums. We have decided to stick with Abeka, so I've picked what we're going to do. It's just a matter of ordering it, getting it in, and all that. I am still looking at a couple of other like add-ons, and after the way this year has gone, I'm extremely torn on spending money on anything to be like an add-on, because I'm unsure if we are actually going to be in a better place next year. I'm hoping with 4 comes an attitude adjustment and better listening skills and being just a nicer person in general. But if it doesn't, our year is going to be very similar to what it was this year. And kindergarten's a lot more work. The one thing I am still debating that I would love to get your guys' opinion on, I don't know why this whole side of my face is like a shadow. I would love to get your opinion on 5 in a row, or before 5 in a row, I guess it's called at this age. What do you think of that? Would that be okay for like a morning basket? I know it's supposed to be a full curriculum. Personally, I'm not comfortable with that. It's too Charlotte Mason-y for my personal comfortableness level at this point. It might change in the future, but for what I'm comfortable with right now, it's just not it. Doing the full Abeka curriculum, so we have Abeka's phonics, math, science, and social studies. Would you add 5 in a row as like a morning basket and get 1 book and do it over like 2 years? And just to incorporate the literature, because that's one thing I personally feel like Abeka in kindergarten is lacking, is not reading, because she's learning to read. She'll be learning to read. But like read aloud literature, learn these classic books, listen to them, learn from them. I feel like that's missing in the Abeka curriculum, so that's why I've debated adding in 5 in a row as like our morning basket, the first thing we do. So give me your opinion on that, if you have one, if you've used that curriculum, if you've used it as an add-on or independently. Comment down below and let me know if you think it's appropriate for, she'll be 4 and a half. So 4 and a half-ish, 4 and a half, 5, if you think that would be appropriate for that age, the before 5 in a row. I mean, it's for that age. But if you think it would work well the way I'm talking about using it, comment down below and let me know. We also are changing up our Bible. The one I'm really looking at right now is Answers in Genesis Homeschool Bible Curriculum. If anyone's used that, also comment down below. I haven't seen any reviews of it. I haven't seen any videos of it. So if you have an opinion, or if you want to tell me you hate it, tell me, because I think that's what we're leaning towards using, as I like the way it's set up. Having seen some of the videos that they produced about it, I like that it's 4 years going through the whole Bible instead of the way Abeka does it, which is going through the whole Bible every year. But we've had issues with it not lining up correctly with our school schedule, which is why we're looking at changing. So let me know if you've used that and if you like it. I know they only have 1 year out so far, so if anyone's used it, I'm sure you've only used year 1. But please let me know if anyone has liked that. And now just for like the life chat, mom chat, whatever. I'm gonna try not to make this too much longer. As I said earlier, this has been a really hard age for us. I have a whole video on it. But one of the most difficult things that we've been dealing with is waking up extremely early. So do y'all have any advice on like how to make her sleep later or pushing her to sleep later? I know I've always heard like put them to bed earlier. That didn't work. We tried that, didn't work. Then I tried putting her to bed later, tried that, didn't work. We got an okay to wake clock, still doesn't work. She completely disregards it. The only thing that is really good for is bedtime. She will see that it's turning blue and then it's time to go to sleep. But yeah, we are struggling with her waking up at like 4:30, 5:30 in the morning. And that's just too early for me. And my husband, like, my husband's been great. He gets up with her, but then at 6, he has to get me up to go to work. So we're struggling with these early mornings, and I don't know what to do about it anymore. It's really trying me. It's really like had a negative impact on my health, and I don't know what to do. So if y'all have any ideas, suggestions, what you've done with your kids who have had similar issues, because everyone else I've talked to, like everyone I've talked to is like, my kid never did that. Or it's the opposite, and they're like, well, kids are kids, you get up when they get up. And while I get that, I physically sometimes like can't. So yeah, what have you guys done to prevent your kids from waking up at like 5:30 in the morning or earlier? Like, I'm okay with 7:30. 7:30, I'm hunky-dory. 5:30, I'm get out of my room. But I would love to hear what you guys did to fix that if your kids had that same, I don't want to say issue, but if your kids were doing that same thing, if they were waking up too early to be acceptable for your family. As for other things, I'll give you a little update on what we did for what we are doing for Christmas. I did a whole video on this. I will link it up above, but it is going really well. We're doing our Advent every night. We are enjoying it together as a family. It's really short and sweet. I'm actually really liking this Daily Grace Co. one just because it is super, like, I can be done with it in 5-10 minutes. It's super fast, yet it's actually like full of information. I've learned stuff from it. So we're really enjoying that. We are reading Little Women currently. That is taking us longer than we expected. It is 19 chapters. I planned on it taking 19 days. But like I said, with the Christmas season, we have had a very hectic, crazy schedule. So we have had to not read it some nights just because our world is so crazy. Our time is so crazy. So it's probably gonna take us a little bit longer. It might take us most of the month, which means we might not get to this one, which is A Christmas Carol. But that is okay. If we don't get to that, we'll read it next year. We are also reading what is behind me here. Christmas Around the World, The Bells of Christmas, and A Little House Christmas. And we read the story of the poinsettia this week. So we are doing those kind of just during the day as she wants to, and doing little crafts to go with them. We made a poinsettia to go with the story of the poinsettia. We just made it out of like paper and a brad. If you have any ideas for these two, the Christmas Around the World and the Bells of Christmas, if you have any ideas of activities for those two, let me know. Little House on the Prairie I've got covered. That's like my ish. I love Little House on the Prairie. So I have that activity covered. But these two, if you have any ideas, comment down below. Toddler crafts, toddler activities, toddler recipes even. Like recipes that she can help me with that would correlate with these two books. Please comment them. I did Google and I did not find anything. But that is it for this video. Tell me how your semester is going so far. And, you know, if you are almost done your first semester like we are, or if you are still kind of in the beginning stages of your year, comment down below and let me know where you're at. If you are new here, welcome. Make sure you hit the subscribe button down below and comment down below and introduce yourself. I would love to get to know you, your family, the kids you're homeschooling, everything like that. So drop me a comment and hit subscribe. I have new videos every Tuesday and Thursday. And if you liked this kind of chatty review video, give this a thumbs up so that I know to do more of them. I don't feel like I do a ton because I don't always know what to say in them. If you like this, give it a thumbs up and I will do like a year-end one maybe, and I don't know, throughout the year. But I will see you guys back in my next video. I'll see you all then. Bye guys.